Real Talk. Before we begin, let us introduce ourselves first. I'm Grace. I'm Dara.
I'm George.
And I am Lex.
Today, we're diving into a topic that a lot of people are curious about it, often hesitate to talk about openly. Premarital sex. It's one of those subjects that's surrounded by different beliefs, opinions, and emotions.
Yeah, it's something that many people think about or even experience, especially among young adults. But not everyone gets the right guidance on how to deal with it maturely.
That is why it is important to have an honest and respectful conversation. Whether you agree or disagree with the idea, and understanding it helps make better choices for themselves.
Exactly. We're not here to judge or tell anyone what to do. We just want to explore what premarital sex means, why people do it, what the consequences are, and how it connects to other topics like love, identity, and responsibility.
Before we start, let's start simple. What do we mean when we say premarital sex? It's basically sexual intercourse between two people, right? Who are not married to each other. In the past, it was often considered taboo or morally wrong, especially in religious or conservative communities, right?
Right. Back then, people associated sex strictly with marriage, family, and reproduction only. But now, more people view it as a way to express their love, affection, or intimacy even outside marriage. Still, it remains a sensitive issue because of cultural and religious values differ.
Exactly. Some see it as an act of love and trust, while others believe it should only happen after marriage to show commitment and respect. The important thing is understanding that people have different values and those differences should be respected.
Yeah, it's not just about sex itself. It's also about the emotional, mental, and moral meanings attached to it. Whether it's between opposite sex or same-sex partners, it's still a deeply personal choice that carries emotional weight.
That's a good point, George. Same-sex relationships, for example, are still judged harshly in some places, especially when intimacy is involved.
Yeah.
But love and respect should always be the foundation, regardless of gender or orientation. Now, let's talk about the reason people engage in premarital sex. For some, it's about proving love or closeness to their partner, right? They might think that physical intimacy strengthens their relationship.
Yeah, because that can be tricky because some people confuse love with pressure. If a partner, example, your partner says, "If you really love me, you'll do it." That's no longer love. It's called that's basically just manipulation. Real love means respecting boundaries and respecting each other.
While others do it because of curiosity. They see it in movies, social media, or hear their peers talk about it and feel like they're missing out. Curiosity itself isn't bad, but acting on it without understanding the emotional consequences can lead to regrets.
And let's be honest, some people give in to peer pressure. Society makes it seem like everyone's doing it, and if you're not, you're old-fashioned. That kind of thinking can make young people feel like they need to fit in instead of making choices that truly align with their values.
Yeah, it's also worth mentioning that people in same-sex relationships experience similar pressures. They might feel the need to validate their identity or prove that their love is real, especially in a world that sometimes questions it.
Exactly. Whether you're straight or part of the LGBT plus community, the emotions are the same: fear, curiosity, love, and insecurity. What matters is doing the things from a place of self-respect and understanding, not pressure or expectation.
What about did it happen or what happens after? socially. Premarital sex can bring different outcomes depending on the situation and mindset of the people involved.
Emotionally, it can bring closeness and intimacy when done with trust and consent. But it can also lead to sadness or regret if it happens without readiness or clarity. The emotional bond created through sex can be powerful. So it's important to know what you're getting into.
Some people experience guilt or anxiety after, especially if they feel like they went against beliefs or values. Other might feel used or disappointed if the relationship doesn't last. That's why emotional readiness is just as important as physical readiness.
You mentioned beliefs and values. And of course, there are physical risks like STD, unplanned pregnancies. We cannot rule out in the equation. These are not just health issues, but also life-changing events, especially for young people. You see, young people have more days to come, more years in their life, and one simple act like that can ruin these future events that they should enjoy in the future. Young people who are in school should just focus on their careers more.
Then there's also a social aspect. People might face judgment or rumors, especially girls like us, who are often unfairly shamed more than guys. This double standard still exists, and it shows how we need to talk more about gender equality and mutual respect.
Exactly. Society tends to judge women more harshly, but both partners share responsibility. It's not about blaming anyone, it's about being aware of the impact of choices and the realities that come with them.
We should also mention mental health. Some people experience anxiety, depression, or self-blame after sexual encounters, especially if it was unplanned or involved pressure. Having open communication and support can really help.
You mentioned that earlier that women tend to be more judged on social media, but let's not be sexist. Men also feel some things when doing those kind of deeds, like especially guilt. Yeah. In our minds, we think that why have I done this? Like, have I destroyed this girl's life? We also think about those, and it's not mostly posted in social media about judging men or anything like that. What we see in social media is others degrading women because of their body counts, but that shouldn't happen because we cannot control what happens in our life, in our everyday life. Like one moment you're a virgin, and the next thing you know.
That's an interesting idea, George. So now let's talk about those who choose to wait until marriage. That's still a valid choice, even if some people consider it old-fashioned. Waiting doesn't mean you're afraid. It means you're setting boundaries based on your values.
Exactly. Waiting takes patience and self-discipline. Allows couples to build foundation of trust, respect, emotional connection, and before adding the physical part, because the physical part only comes last. So it's about focusing on love, understanding, rather than having the desire to be alone.
I agree with you. For many, waiting helps create a sense of security and purpose in the relationship. It can make intimacy feel more special and meaningful when the time comes because it's rooted in commitment and shared values.
That's true.
But we should also recognize that not everyone believes in waiting. And that is actually okay too. What's important is that whatever choice people make, it should be on their own, not based on pressure or guilt or anything that has the influence of others.
That's true.
I agree.
Exactly. Waiting doesn't make you better than others, and having sex doesn't make you a bad person. What matters is the reason behind your decision and the respect you have for yourself and your partner.
It's true that waiting doesn't make you a better person, but waiting proves that you have discipline, that you're willing to preserve yourself for that special someone. You also said that sex doesn't make you a bad person, but doing sex without accepting the possible consequences and accepting the possible responsibilities that comes to it makes you a bad person.
Alright, so let's say someone decides they're ready. What should they keep in mind to make sure they're being responsible on their decisions?
First, they should be absolutely sure in its own decision, not because of fear, curiosity, or the influence of others. Consent should always be enthusiastic and mutual. Both people should feel comfortable and safe. In short, they shared, they have their same
Mutual
decision.
understanding.
Yeah,
Yes. Because a consensual.
yeah. That's
Uh,
the point.
for me, what comes next should be understanding the risk. As I have said earlier, when you do the deed, even if you wear contraceptives or condoms, we cannot rule out you could possibly get pregnant because uh, doing those deeds, there are even still use a condom or contraceptive. There is still many cases that women get pregnant accidentally. But men should take, no, not only men and women should know that doing those deeds can result to pregnancy. So, in understanding the risk, we should include physical and emotional aspects. Like, if you choose to be intimate, use protection to prevent STI. We don't do this to just prevent from being pregnant, but to also care for our partner because we may not know if we have that kind of disease. And we should, as I have said earlier, pregnancy, it's not a joke. Taking precautions doesn't make you less moral, it makes you a smart.
I agree. Third,
Therefore,
of course,
you're saying that therefore they should be more mindful about their decision.
More proactive
Yeah.
about that.
Hmm.
next, of course, we should be emotionally ready. If you can talk openly about sex, safety, and feelings with your partner, you might not be ready yet. Communication is a huge part of a healthy relationship, right?
Well, it's not just communication. It's about self-control. Just because you feel something doesn't mean you have to act on it. Sometimes, walking away from a moment of temptation is a sign of strength. Like for example, there's someone wanted to do the deed with you, but
Or
you don't.
seduce you, right?
Yes, trying to seduce you, but you fight it and you left without even saying a word.
Also, always remember that saying no is okay, even if you're said yes before. You can always change your mind. Consent is ongoing, and both people have the right to pause or stop it anytime, right?
Those persons that say they are not tempted are lying because we are human beings. As we grow older, we feel this kind of urges inside ourselves that
The impulses.
yes, impulses, especially men. I don't know
Yeah.
in women.
Yeah.
They also feel that like them. I wanna
also feel
Of
that.
course, we are also human.
I wanna do it with that guy or women if you're.
They have the
it's
what's
not
so
straight.
called about ovulation.
Yeah.
Hormones.
Earlier we mentioned about communication. It's not really all about communication. It's true, but for me, communication is one of the most fundamental things that you must have in your relationship because communication links you with your partner. Like when she doesn't feel well, you need communication to be able to understand. And we should extend our respects to relationships, including same-sex ones. We should not be homophobic about it. Consent, care, and safety apply to everyone equally.
So, to wrap things up, premarital sex is personal choice, but it comes with real responsibilities. Everyone, situation, and beliefs are different, and that's okay.
It's not about what others expect from you, but what feels right for you. Be informed, be careful, and make sure your choices align with your values and readiness.
This advice may be out of the question, but for me, as a student, I recommend that students, even if your girlfriend or your boyfriend wants to do it with you and you want to do it too, I want you to consider your body and don't think of your body as something that can be used by your partners, because
Right.
we can never really be sure if that partner is even serious about you. Like, for me, it's good that we should wait until that person has really opened up to you and you already know a lot about her and or him, or you already have a lot of time with each other and you have promised with each other that you really want her or him to be a part of your life internally and eternally, and yeah, that's all I want to say.
Addition to that, don't let society, friends, or even a partner pressure you into something you're unsure about. You have the right to decide for yourself, your body, your life, and your decision.
That's right.
Yes, you need to have your decision for yourself, and never forget the power of respect for yourself, your partner, and other who may think differently. At the end of the day, love and intimacy should never harm. They should help both people grow.
Yeah, that's true.
Agree. So before deciding, ask yourself, am I ready?
Are you ready?
Do I understand what this
I think
means?
so.
Or am I prepared for the consequences?
That's good.
If you can answer those honestly, that's a sign of maturity. It means you're thinking with your mind, your heart, not just emotions.
These kind of conversations, like this one that we're having now, should be more open. I think
Yes.
students should talk about these kinds of things more often. It's not something to be ashamed about. Talking about these kind of topics, premarital sex education, they shouldn't be ashamed of it, because those persons who know more are more ready and more open.
Yes, let's break the stigma around these topics, and let's be open about it, because there's nothing wrong with talking about it openly.
Yeah.
Well, it educates people.
We should normalize this kind of
Yes.
conversation.
Because it also gives us knowledge about it.
Yes, educates us. Yeah, talking about it openly helps people make wiser, more compassionate, and not out of fear, but out of understanding.
So thanks for listening, guys. We hope you learned something meaningful today.
Stay
Stay
kind,
kind, stay smart, and take care of yourself.